In the small, quiet town of Willowbrook, nestled deep within the dense woods of Pennsylvania, there was a house unlike any other. Its looming presence cast a shadow over the entire neighborhood, and its dark history whispered through the trees like a chilling breeze. This was the house that no one dared to approach after sunset, the house they called the Forsaken Manor. The Forsaken Manor had been abandoned for as long as anyone could remember, and it stood as a bleak reminder of a family tragedy that had occurred decades ago. The story had been passed down through generations, a tale of love, betrayal, and an unrelenting spirit. Long ago, in the year 1923, a young woman named Eleanor had lived in the Forsaken Manor with her husband, Victor. They were deeply in love, or so the townsfolk believed. However, secrets tend to fester in the shadows, and the Forsaken Manor held many. One fateful evening, the town awoke to the sound of a woman's scream echoing through the woods. Eleanor's lifeless body was found at the foot of the grand staircase, her neck twisted at an unnatural angle. Victor claimed it was an accident, that she had fallen down the stairs, but the townspeople suspected otherwise. Whispers of a forbidden affair began to circulate. It was said that Victor had been seeing another woman, a mysterious seductress named Isabella. Some claimed to have seen her wandering through the woods at night, her eyes shimmering like pools of darkness. The jealousy and rage that consumed Eleanor, they said, had returned from beyond the grave. The day of Eleanor's funeral was grey and gloomy, matching the mournful mood that hung over Willowbrook. As her casket was lowered into the ground, a sudden storm descended upon the town, with thunder echoing Eleanor's anger and rain as her tears. The townspeople believed her spirit was not at rest. As the years passed, the Forsaken Manor fell into disrepair. It became a place of fear, where children dared each other to step through the overgrown garden and touch the cursed walls. Stories of strange occurrences plagued the town. Lights flickered in the windows at night, and eerie whispers echoed through the woods. No one who had ventured inside had ever returned to tell the tale. One chilly autumn evening, a group of daring teenagers decided to spend the night in the Forsaken Manor, armed with flashlights and cameras, eager to capture evidence of the supernatural. They entered the decaying mansion, their footsteps echoing through the long-forgotten halls. As night fell and the temperature dropped, the atmosphere in the Forsaken Manor grew colder and more foreboding. The group split up to explore the various rooms. In the dim light of their flashlights, they saw old, dusty furniture shrouded in white sheets, as if frozen in time. In the master bedroom, a sudden gust of wind extinguished one of the flashlights. Panic set in as the group fumbled to relight it. In the darkness, a mournful whisper filled the air, and they heard a voice, soft yet filled with anguish. "Victor," it murmured, "why did you betray me, Victor?" Terrified, the group rushed back to the entrance, but the heavy wooden doors slammed shut before their eyes. They were trapped, surrounded by the oppressive presence of Eleanor's vengeful spirit. Shadows danced on the walls, and the air grew icy cold. Desperate, they called out, pleading for release, but the only response was a haunting, guttural moan that seemed to emanate from all directions. Then they saw her, a spectral figure clad in a torn wedding gown, her long, dark hair flowing like a shroud. It was Eleanor, her eyes burning with a fiery rage that pierced their souls. One by one, the terrified teenagers were consumed by the relentless spirit. Their screams echoed through the Forsaken Manor, merging with the chilling winds that swept through the haunted halls. The ghost of Eleanor had claimed her revenge, and the forsaken house fell into an eerie silence once more. In the days that followed, the townspeople noticed a change in the Forsaken Manor. It seemed as though the house had finally found peace, its malevolent spirit appeased by the vengeance it had exacted. The darkness that had shrouded the house for decades began to lift, and the whispers that had haunted Willowbrook faded into a distant memory. The Forsaken Manor remained abandoned, a place of solemn reflection for those who passed by. Eleanor's story became a cautionary tale, a reminder of the destructive power of jealousy and betrayal. And while the town's fear of the forsaken manor never truly vanished, the restless spirit of Eleanor was finally at rest, her tragic tale etched into the history of Willowbrook as a chilling, cautionary legend.